Okay, hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today I'll just be going through the current equips that I'm running with on this Xenon. So this is the most up-to-date video. The last video was of me working on this weapon here. So I have been doing a little bit of star forcing, a little bit of cubing. I have to work on the bonus potential and a few other things, but you know, I'll get into that once I get onto it. But this is the first equip video I've done since May 2017, so it's nearly been 3 years since I've done an equip video, so some things have changed, some things have stayed the same. But yeah, so we'll start off at the top here. So normal Sengoku totems plus a Frenzy totem. I picked this Frenzy totem up, I think probably start of last year when I started preparing for going to 275. So I made an investment in this. I'm not sure if I'll ever sell it. You know, I feel like I have gotten almost my money's worth out of it by now for using it for a full year. You know, an hour or 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours a day, you know, putting that sort of effort into it. So I feel like I am making good use out of it. You know, I don't really have any regrets about buying it or anything like that, especially since they aren't available anymore at this given time. So I am currently wearing my training gear slash drop gear. So I am farming a lot of node stones. That's pretty much my main source of income at the moment on Maple. I'm not spending any NX or anything like that. So all these rings will be drop rate rings. I could star force them a bit more, but I'm putting out enough damage at the moment to train pretty quickly. So I don't really see the point in touching them. Yeah, I'll get around to it eventually. I'm sure I'll bug myself into doing it. Sengoku pocket item, so pick that up in one of the last events. And then Crusader Codex. Yeah, just running with a PDR one there. Another drop rate pendant, so Greed pendant from Monster Park with a line of drop. Spirit pendant, so I've obviously been extending this one. I pretty much keep it equipped all the time. It's fairly early in the day, which is why it's only done about, I think it's nearly at max, but yeah, I'll do some training once it hits max. The Umbra Chain, so that's pretty much what I did the video on last time. I did get it to legendary potential and bonus potential. I think I used some bonus potential cubes I had in my Marvel machine. But yeah, so I'm happy with how it's turned out so far. I have blown it up once already. I was messing around with some Star Force and I figured that I'd try and get it up to, well, trying to get it to 20 stars or above, and I blew it up on the first attempt. So I think it was like 12 stars or something. I was trying to get to the 13th and it just blew up and I forked out more meso to buy a replacement, but I will be recording everything going forward. I was just messing around with it. I didn't expect anything major to happen to it, and it went and blew up. I haven't determined whether this legendary line is worthwhile or not. It is a nice combination to have, but when we get around to my secondary weapon and my hybrid heart there, you know, just whether it's the right combination or not, I haven't really worked out for myself. I was going to ask my friend to have a look at it, but I'll probably hit you up later about it, Tristan, or you're probably watching this video, so you can give me your advice later, or any of you just in the comments, you know, let me know. Tyrant Belt, I've had this for a while. I believe this is one that I made myself, and yeah, just, or it might have been one that I've bought, because I know I've got one on the Corsair as well. I can't remember the stats on that one. And I'll get around to what I plan on doing with the Corsair as well, maybe in another video. But yeah, jumping up here, so this is one of my first 20 starred items. So I 20 starred this Rudivis hat. I am planning on moving to I think the goal is to move to a Sweetwater, but I need to really map out everything that I plan on doing. But I was really happy to get this one to 20 stars. I might look at working on the potential as well. Like the bonus potential is fine being where it is, but yeah, just having that line of Advanced Bless there. I think I've got a node stone for Advanced Bless that I can use now that I'm opening up more slots as I get closer to 275, but I'll look at that later on. Drop rate, face accessory with actually a good combination potential, to be honest. Yeah, the 6% all standard and the 9% dex. Eye accessory as well, again with a little bit of dex on there, and drop rate. And then this is another one that I've gotten to 20 stars. So yeah, could do some cubing on that one as well. You know, I would like to aim for potentially having all stat on it. Not really, you know, I don't have massive amounts of black cubes going around, so I don't really want to mess with the actual combination that it's got, but again, you know, it can be worked on. This is the last of the Root Abyss stuff that I'd say that I'd need to get to 20 stars. But yeah, I think I've blown up these pants a couple of times, as well as when I did the whip. So yeah, I'll do some probably highlight videos, I think, of Star Force in that. I think, you know, doing videos of everything that I Star Force, because, you know, you can sit there for a while bouncing between 15 and 16 stars and even going back down to 12 quite frequently, and it's, you know, not that entertaining, but, you know, a highlights reel of successes and failures would be pretty enjoyable in my opinion. So 15 star Tyrant boots, yeah, I've had these for, geez, I think the better part of 5 years, but yeah, just leaving them as they are. It's got a good potential and bonus potential. Drop rate earrings, so I've got another set of Superior Golix ones, obviously for bossing. Not that I don't really boss that much at the moment, but yeah, got a nice miso and item drop rate, so that'd be a good reboot pairing there, but still helpful. Then my Tinkeroo shoulder, so I'll show the equips that I'm currently working on as well, but this is the shoulder that I've got that I'm wearing at the moment, but I will look at moving to something else, and then I'll work out what I do with this shoulder with my other project that I have in mind. Tyrant Altair gloves, this is something I would like to get to 15 stars. I do remember I was working on it at one point in time. I do have a whole bunch of no boom advanced enhancements that I can use, but it's just a question of getting the Guardian scrolls, because I've pretty much got a no NX spending policy going at the moment. I'm sure I will lift it if 2X cards were to come out again, but in terms of, yeah, dropping money on the game, I'm kind of at a hold at the moment. Hybrid Heart, as I was mentioning, so this one's got a good combination for both potentials. And yeah, then Sengoku badge, so this one is something I am going to work on starring as well, but obviously I'd love for Sengoku to, well, have a backup Sengoku badge. And I need to probably recube the potential there. It's, I don't know, it's okay, but again, it's 2-line when I really could have it at 3-line. Beta badge, so that's a fairly old one, but still a good badge to have. Core controller, so yeah, I'm thinking that my combinations in terms of on the weapon aren't too bad, given the spread of percent attack and boss damage and PDR and all of that, but maybe it needs to be adjusted slightly. 15 star Tyrant Thief Altair cape, again, good potential lines, you know, being that I get benefits from strength, luck and dex, so having that combination there. And then the titanium heart, so I'm not sure if I made a video on this titanium heart or not. It is something that I did work on in the past year or two, I think yeah, it's something that I picked up and I worked on and got a pretty good potential line on it there. And then over to my Arcane Symbols, so the Arcane Symbols were something that I did make it a habit of, you know, constantly working on, so I do have them at all maxed out there. And yeah, I am currently working on a second set for a second character, just so I don't have to go through all of that. Really working, like, I'd rather do them all on one character and then move them over to another one, and on the same account, obviously. But yeah, so I'm happy to have them all maxed out here, and then I'll just jump into my equip inventory. And yeah, so here's my other Arcane Symbols that I'm working on. So I think nowadays Vanishing Journey is the slowest one, along with that one. Yeah, they're pretty much the same. So Choo Choo obviously is probably going to be the fastest of all of them, just because you get so many. And yeah, Latch, I don't really go that hard on Latch. I think I just did like level 7 or level 8, because I just leave my drop rate gear on and all that and go through it and clear it in 30 seconds. Arcana, yeah, look, you know, it's probably similar to Choo Choo, where you can pretty much, you know, get a good rate. You get about 18 per day, so I think that's pretty handy. And yeah, so that one's the slowest along with that one. I haven't started on that one just yet, but I will. Figure that one's the last one, so there's no real reason to jump right in on it. So these are the equips that I'm pretty much using for bossing, so these ones all need to be 20 starred. So I've got a Superior Golix ring here, a Cracked, which I plan on replacing with a Meister ring, Lightning God ring, and Reinforced, along with the Sweetwater Tattoo and Sweetwater Monocle, so both of these need to get to 20 as well. Superior Golix earrings again need to get to 20 stars, and I've already done, I believe I've done both of my pendants. Yeah, so I've got two 20-star Superior Golux pendants plus another drop rate one. So the drop rate one I was wearing before I got the pendant spirit, just to extend the EXP per hour, but that one won't be as good as the greed pendant, obviously, because the greed pendant has a good combination there. Yeah, and then I've got a third Superior Golux one here. I'm not sure why I ended up having three. I think one of these was from the Corsair that I pretty much used for scrap, because that's pretty much where I got these drop rate ones from. So I'm not sure if you probably recognize the bonus potential from the Corsair ones that I worked on it once upon a time, but I pretty much just redid all of them to get drop rate on them. It wasn't too hard, actually. I got them within a couple of tries, and yeah, so that's pretty much where all of that sits. Has some things to work on, but I'm happy about that because it gives me some things to focus on in the game, other than, you know, working on getting to 275. I have gotten pretty far this weekend. I think I've got about like 37% or something when I started on Friday night, and it's Sunday afternoon at the moment, so I've probably got another 2 hours or so to do today, and that'll get me up close to 70%. So I'm averaging about a level every 2 weeks at the moment, which I'm, you know, happy with in terms of progress, being, you know, my work schedule and, you know, balancing work, doing things with my partner who I live with, and then training as well, and then playing some other games. So I feel like I'm getting some good use out of it there. Just as we sit here, my range is at that, but I can change over all my equips, so I'll just go around and put all of that on. Okay, so here we are with all of my actual equips on. So I'm just leaving this pendant spirit on because I'm planning on training after this, but I have put one of them on there. And yeah, so then I've got all my link skills on at the moment, and yeah, let's just buff up. Let's bring up their range here. And yeah, I think that's everything there. And then I do have terms and conditions on at the moment, so that's what that jumps up to with that. But yeah, so, you know, that's burst damage there with terms and conditions on, and then having core overload on. But yeah, so fairly happy with how that looks. Obviously, I do want to work on it. But yeah, it's let's see, hang on, how we're going here. Oh, silly me, missing SE. There's that. So yeah, that's where all of that sits. Cool. So yeah, that's where we sit at the moment, guys. I do have plans to bring out videos on my link skills, my Legion, working on a Meister ring, and yeah. Oh, by the way, I did change over to this weapon because it is better than my Umbra one, just at the moment, as you can see, just because I use the Umbra one for training because it has a Lucid Soul on it, which is a summon rather than, which is something you can plant, rather than the Will Soul, which is good, but I think the Will one isn't as beneficial as having something sitting there on the map attacking for you. So yeah, I'm just conscious of that. You know, I'm working with two at the moment, but yeah, obviously the Fafnir is at 20 star as well because it's easier to replace. But yeah, so that's going to do it. As I was saying, I do have some videos planned for coming out, so keep an eye out for those ones. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.